At the outset of the 35-year reign of President Museveni, liberalization policy was embraced as the way to go. And since then, it has been dominant trend for government, which analysts say has had both positive and negative effects.
It's done very well, could have done better. One, the liberalization of the economy, which has created a lot of efficiency in a lot of formerly state-owned enterprises, which had a lot of contingent liabilities. This has come at the cost of economic sovereignty, particularly in some subsectors of the financial sector, like the banking sector. We don't have any Ugandan bank.
Government has left development or the economy to the private sector. Yet the private sector is also really weak.
Subsequently, after privatization and the resultant realization that the private sector-led growth at 100% could not deliver the desired growth and development, the World Bank and the IMF position that the government gets out of business began to be slowly reversed with the reintroduction of the likes of Uganda Development Bank and the Uganda Development Corporation.
Government has come back into development, but half-heartedly. It has come into UDB. We see it has put money in UDB. But when you look at that money which has been put in UDB, the common SMEs, small and medium enterprises, they can't afford that money.
UDB did not receive any bailout. I need to make it clear. This is not a charity organization. This is not a charity bank. Therefore, it should just go giving out grants, etandikwa.
In an attempt to prop up those who cannot access Uganda Development Bank direct funding through community groups, resulted into the government inserting itself into the financial private sector funding in what is now called the MUSEVeni.
This program is a success. But the mafias are punching holes into this program.
The fact that the so-called mafia is disrupting this program is evidence of a policy reversal and its consequences in edging out the private sector in some instances.
Government has to go into the banking sector. There was some discussions around reviving UCB, the Uganda Commercial Bank. And for me, I think that's the way to go.
Now that it has been accepted for government to be involved in business, the outlook provides some opportunities, particularly with the fourth industrial revolution, that is the digital economy.
Just need to stimulate the new sources of growth, that is in the digital economy, construction sector, the health sector.
The next 5 years of President Museveni has begun on a challenging mark, as evidenced by the spiraling debt and prevailing COVID-19 disruption.
There are so many cars you saw on the road with the red number plates and the blue number plates. People are just loitering around, spending a lot of money on things which are not adding to the GDP and the value of Ugandans.
And yet, it might be the time in which the country's oil will eventually flow, unleashing expected benefits. Therefore, can President Museveni use all these opportunities to get most Ugandans jobs? It will require doing things a little bit different than it has been in the last 35 years. Ismail Ladu, NTV.